It's story time! Have you prepared anything for Tet holiday? Let's listen to a story about one famous food we always see in Tet holiday, the Chưng cake. So the name of the story is The Legend of Bánh Chưng and Bánh Giầy. Let's enjoy it! In his old age, King Hùng Vương the Sixth, a mighty and brave warrior, decided one day to choose a successor. He thought to himself, "It won't be easy to choose among my 22 sons. I must be very careful in choosing the one who will rule after me." Towards the end of the year, everyone began preparing traditional dishes to celebrate Tet. The royal court planned several ritual ceremonies to pay homage to the ancestors. Suddenly, the king had an idea for discovering who's worth be the worthiest of the throne. He summoned all the princes and announced, "In 3 days, whoever brings the best dish to offer our ancestors for the new year will be my successors." The princes set out in the quest for the rare and exotic foods. The oldest prince climbed up to the top of the mountain and navigated through dark caves to harvest the swallow's nest. Some of the other princes went deep into the jungle for rare mushrooms and herbs, or deep down into the sea to seek out abalone and seafood from amongst the reef beds. On his way home, Langleo Prince felt sad because he couldn't travel like his brothers. As he walked along the field, suddenly a thought came to him. "Rice! This precious grain fits it all, from the richest to the poorest. My dish should be prepared from this." And the prince rushed back home, full of excitement. That night, as he slept, the prince dreamed about a fairy who showed him how to prepare the wonderful dish to offer the ancestors. "You don't need to go far. Use your own hands, mind and heart, and food harvested from our own lands to make rice cakes. You will rule the kingdom peacefully and gloriously," the fairy said. At dawn, the prince was awakened by the rooster's crowing. Quickly, he woke his wife and shared his dream. Together, they went outside, looked up the open sky, thanked the fairy for her blessings. While his wife ground the sweet rice and prepared the meat, the prince went to the field and cut long leaves to use as cake wrappers. The children watched and soaked the mung beans. They called them Bánh Chưng and Bánh Giầy. On New Year's Eve, all the princes rushed back to the kingdom with exquisite and rare dishes. The king eagerly tasted every single dish and learned its meaning. Nothing tasted good to him. Then he noticed the square green and ground white cakes from Prince Langleo, which he had never before seen or tasted, at the far end of the table. "How did you come up with this dish?" asked the king. The prince told the king about his dream and explained. The green dawn leaves and bamboo strings grabbing the cakes represent for the protection and safety of family and home. The yellow mung beans and meat represent the animals and plants on the earth. And the round white Bánh Giầy is the heaven sky. The king tasted both cakes and found them delicious, savory and meaningful, and so greatly contented, he joyfully proclaimed Prince Lang Liu's successors to the throne, and he declared that from that day on, the Bánh Chưng and Bánh Giầy would be the traditional food offered to the ancestors during Tết. That's the end of the story. I hope that you really like this story as I do. Thank you very much for listening. See you next time.